3, 2, 1.
Good day everyone, GarageKing here, and today we are going to review the Ancel FX6100 Bidirectional OBD2 scanner for your car. So you can see here I'm opening it up. Doesn't come with a heck of a lot because it doesn't really need a lot. Build quality on the scanner looks just fine. One of the nice things is it is bidirectional. It's got a bunch of resets and maintenance. And then also, I want to look at the data and graphing capabilities of this scanner. As you can see in the box, other than the manual, you just get two cables. One is for your car and one is for charging. But it does charge when you do have it hooked up to your car. Here I have it in the house right now and I'm just scrolling through the different menus. You can see there is the vehicle. So it's got a wide range of coverage. And if you want to take little shortcuts, you can go on the top of the scanner. Right now I have the all highlighted. I can actually highlight American, European, Asian, or Chinese vehicles. So here you can see there's American vehicles, there's European, there's Asian, and there is Chinese vehicles. Over here, if we look at the OBD2, obviously we're not plugged in, that's not gonna work. Let's go to maintenance. Let's give a quick scroll and a zoom in, and you can see there are the maintenance features that this scanner has. Obviously, again, I'm not plugged in, so if I try to do any maintenance on it, it's gonna just ask me to plug back into the vehicle. If we go into files there, we can see I have no files. The consult feature has a user manual, a fault code library, a learning section, and a coverage list. And that's what you can see I'm in right now. I'm just in a coverage list. So if you want to see if the scanner covers your particular vehicle for a particular function, here's where you check it. So let's go back to the main menu now. And then you have this service button last. And at first I wasn't sure exactly what it was, but then when I got into the vehicle, here I was able to figure it out. So if you look right here, you can see you can just add things. So there's a photo album, there's screen recordings. So I guess it's just your place to drop stuff. That's what I would assume this would be used for. Okay, so let's try it out in real life. The victim today, or the vehicle that I'm gonna use today, is a Lexus. So we're gonna see exactly what it can do with the Lexus. So what I'm gonna do is plug it in right here. We are going to start up the vehicle. And before we start going, just take special note of the odometer. Yes, you read right, 374246. So this Lexus has a lot of miles on it. So now let's fire up the scanner. And just so you know, I am running at 4 times speed here, just so the video doesn't drag. This way you can get an accurate review of actually how fast the scanner is. So here we're going 20 times, but you know what? Let's put up a magnifying glass. It only took 1 minute and 20 seconds to do the full health report. And I have 6 modules that I can go into. For example, if I go into the CCS, that's a cruise control, you can see there's no actuation tests here. It's just live data freeze frame, and then I can read the codes. However, if I go into, let's pick another one here, say the ABS right here, there is actuation tests. So certain modules, it can do actuation tests, certain ones it can't. Here I'm in the ECM, which is the main computer module, and I can do actuation tests. So some of them you can, some of them you can't. And we'll go over that when I do a demo in the car. But first, let's check the live data and the graphing capabilities. So here you can see, here's our live data. Here is our graph. I'll give the engine a little bit of a rev. The one thing I did like about the graphing was how responsive it was. So there was no lag, there was no delay. I thought that was pretty good. The other thing I wanted to find out was how many things it could graph at the same time. And I learned it was 4. So this scanner can graph 4 at the same time, which is actually quite common. I find that most scanners do 4 until you get up into the really expensive scanners. So at this price point, I was quite pleased with that. And here you can see if you're driving around, the display is big enough where you can easily see what's going on. All right, so now that we've covered the graphing, let's get into the bi-directional capabilities, because that's what most people are very interested in these scanners, especially at a lower price point. People want to know exactly what they can do. So I'm in the ECM, and this is saying everything that it can do. So it's saying it can actually do quite a bit. So you know what? Let's do a few tests here. So first we have the fuel cutoff. Will it cut off the fuel? And yes, it did. What you're hearing in the background is just the defrost fan, so I'll just turn that off. Now I'm gonna turn up the microphone. Let's see if you can hear this. That's the AC clutch, and it did work. Not sure if you could hear the AC clutch, but you could sure hear the starter relay. Now, let's move along. Let's just do the cooling fan. This is a common problem if you're overheating. So you can see the cooling fan works, no issues there. So let's do some more exploring. Let's go into the cruise control module and see what we can find. Well, there's no actuation tests, but for the live data, let's see what we can read. So for example, here's your brake switch. So I can just push on the pedal, you can see on and off. So it will read and you can help diagnose if you got a problem with your brake lights. For the transmission, it does have a few actuator tests. So as we get in here, we can see, and I'll scroll up. Here are the tests that it can do for this vehicle anyway, this Lexus, for the transmission. Let's move along, keep this video going. Let's go to the EMPS, and that is for the power steering. And it'll be interesting to see, there is no actuation tests, but here is what the scanner can actually read from the module. So quite a few values there if you're trying to diagnose your electronic power steering. Pretty impressive. Again, for the price range, I was actually quite impressed. Now, if you remember during the health report, it read 6 modules. However, there is far more than 6 modules in this vehicle. And you can see here, I can't get into every module. This one is the ECM. I know it's gonna work. I'm just showing you the scanner works. You can see no problem there. But when I try to go into one of the other modules, like for example, let's just scroll one of the other ones. Let's see, what can we do here? Let's try the CM module, and that's for gauge control. That'll control the gauges, and you can see we're not gonna be able to get into that module. It says communication failure just because it's not going to work. You're gonna have to spend more money if you wanna play with the gauges on your car. So CM, again, that's a combination meter. Next up, I was trying to get into one of the body control modules, and you can see it's not working, and that would be for like power door locks, lights, things like that, etc. So you can't get into everything, but you can get into everything that has to do with the powertrain, if I can say that. So now for the reset features, let's do the battery match. And on Lexus, you actually don't have to do a battery match on this vehicle. So I just want to see what it's going to say if I try to do a battery match. So it tells me turn on the ignition, that is fine. And now let's go up to the top, engine and ECT. This function not supported on this vehicle has nothing to do with the scanner. It just has to do with this Lexus does not require battery matching. Now, if we had an Audi, like a Q3 or an A4 that does require battery matching, it should work. So in a nutshell, what did I really think of this Ancel scanner? Well, you know what? For the price, I really liked it. It is truly bidirectional. It does a lot. It's got free updates for life, so you don't have to worry about any subscriptions or anything like that. It was very easy to set up, and it is very easy to use. So I think for a DIYer in your garage, I think it's an excellent choice, especially at the price point. But just keep in mind, if you're looking to get into your body controls or you're looking for something more advanced, you may have to step up. The other thing is, I do wish it had Bluetooth, but then again, we would be in a different price range. So overall, I think it is an excellent scanner. Hopefully you've enjoyed the review. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I am GarageKing. Thanks everyone.